We're going to talk about stage 30, about the language 2, the pluperfect passive tense. And if you can do the perfect passive, you can do the pluperfect passive. So first, let's think about the pluperfect active indicative. It's pretty easy to translate, usually had blanked. You go to that third principal part. That's how you get your stem. And as an ending, you add aram, eras, erat, eramus, eratus, erant. So for example, I had been carried is portaveram. Okay, we had been carried portaveramus. Okay. To form the pluperfect passive indicative, which we're going to translate had been blanked, you take that fourth principal part, that's the perfect passive participle, and you use with it, instead of sum es est, like you did with the perfect passive, you use the imperfect of the verb to be. Eram, eras, erat, eramus, eratus, erant. Not this time as an ending, as in the pluperfect active indicative, but as a separate word. And remember, just as in the perfect passive, that participle has to agree with the subject of the verb. So if I want to say, I had been carried, if I am masculine, I use portatus. If I'm feminine, I use portata. So too, in the plural, if I want to say y'all had been carried, if y'all are masculine, portati eratus. If y'all are feminine, portati eratus. So we'll look at some examples. Femina vocata erat, the woman had been called. Vocata is feminine singular nominative to agree with femina. Nos vulnerati eramus, we had been wounded. Vulnerati, masculine nominative plural. Fabulae narrati erant, the stories had been told. Narrati, feminine plural nominative. Venenum paratum erat, the poison had been prepared. Paratum, neuter, singular nominative. Primea promissa erant, prizes had been promised. Prizes is neuter plural nominative, so is promissa to modify it. Vos laudati eratus, y'all had been praised. Laudati, nominative masculine plural to agree with vos. Okay, so remember, they're participles, they're verbal adjectives, they've got to agree with the subject of the verb.